Thank you.
I just didn't want to get it too close together. So it's right here. I'm nervous. Pause. Okay, so you don't need one, you have to get her big up. Takes it in order. Oh, for better. She knows it's case. Yeah, we set it up. All right, it's called the in order. We'll see. What? One way, say it. Thank you. Mr. President, you got to take roll call.
Okay, good evening, Mr. President. Roll call of officers, President John Hendricks, Vice President Don Fulton,
President.
Councilperson Bobby Osborne is absent. The agenda is in front of you. The only real thing to look at is when we get to the town, we have to have the first reading of the budget ordinance. And that's about it.
Let's get started with water here.
All right, we just have on my board rate study and SRF. We have a big ticket item, skate updates. This needs to happen. We can do it now or wait. The parts are outdated and getting hard to get. This would upgrade our town hall, Glen Tower, and the West Tank. This would also get us off those very expensive phone lines. The office made the switch, still waiting on materials. Very expensive phone lines are these two data lines. Quote right now from the people that we deal with all the time, $46,250. It is quite a bit. There's a lot of unknowns with upgrading this. This stuff was all put in when we built the plant in 90. The guys are actually buying parts off eBay to keep on hand. At some point, we're going to run a parts team and put it in. So this is us doing it on the. Tamara did some quick math real quick. 2 years of phone bills that we would save with this. What we're paying now on phone bills for these 2 data lines is ridiculous. 2 years worth of savings in the phone line with pay for this whole list. Monthly samples that will take this week. You guys have done 3 repairs this month. A couple of new installations, and there's more to be completed. It's all I have in the water utility.
Sam, what's happening?
I have a quick question. You said 2 years of the phone bill will pay for the upgrade.
Yes,
Is it gonna be cheaper going to this new system?
yes. So right now we use what are called data lines from
So it may take more than 2 years. to pay for this.
roughly 2 years of what we're paying currently for phone bills just for 2 lines for the West Tank and the Glen. Just what we pay in 2 years will equal that. If we don't do,
Paying $2,000 a month.
Yeah, that's, quite a bit.
the good thing is if we do this now, we're going to. If we get to a point where we can't get parts to replace this, the SCADA system is what controls the water utility. It is what tells things to turn off and on, when to fill, when to close. we lose this and then him and I get to work here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and please.
I don't blame you, Doug.
Tamara, I appreciate you looking into that. Give us the information.
Thank you very much.
Off, you know. Just get this done. So Jeremy, you said that 46,210. Is it going to, is there potential that it is going to be higher than that, or
He is actually built in a little bit.
that's the high side?
He actually gave me a quote, I think, from the signing, I want to talk to you guys first, so there are a few unknowns. I think everything's fine, they come a little bit cheaper, but that's what he threw out there, because there are always. We did also ask while we're doing this, what it would be to upgrade the plant. This will upgrade everything here, the tanks and towers, at some point, the plant will need upgraded, he basically said double it. So we're not even asking for that now, we're not trying. Just future thoughts, so at some point, we are going to update everything.
Now, obviously, I would assume the plant's not quite as old as what we're looking to replace right now. So,
Saying that there are different PLCs and different capabilities, what's in.
so not as hard to find parts for the plant, so.
And the nice thing is with, if we take these 3 items out of service, we now have 3 boxes full. Basically what we do. Not something we necessarily need to do right away, but it's gonna happen at some point,
Well,
when it gets us off those horrible phones.
I mean, we're already talking about, you know, looking into rates. We're already talking about doing major system upgrades. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Look at the upgrades all of it.
So I agree, even when there's a GTE truck on 40, we lose service within 1 to 2 tanks of power, and we're up to the golden main to this floor. It would be 5 VPNs, it would be internet based.
That's the reason the firehouse switched. We had the same problem. And they told us that the lines were bad out there, that they would not be replacing them, and the only option they gave us was to go to a different company.
The phone line for West Bank loans, $1,900 or $1,200 for 1 month.
Yeah.
This for us to see what's going on with.
Decision on this.
Yeah, we need to make a decision, but first of all, I want to know where the money is coming from.
And water appreciating probably.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we go ahead and do the speed and update for $46,210 for the town hall, West Tank and
Annual cleaning will help happen this month. We have a couple of stations that might and we need to go through. I have some loose ends. We have a couple of pumps on the way to replace, just update, do some maintenance on them. Stormwater, we did have a repair at Ohio and Main Street. You guys knocked that out pretty quickly, got that taken care of, so. You guys got that knocked out very good. The back trailer is definitely proven itself in many places. So they didn't have that done, we'd have parts and those people. I've been grateful for them.
There were 2 state that pipe did, yes,
We did, we went ahead and picked up extra while we're down.
I didn't know if you replaced, had to do that much.
Now, here, so I really figured we're on the road now.
Yeah. So Dustin did tell me today, if we go ahead and move forward, study that the numbers came back, we probably will not get a SRF grant, but we will qualify for one. So we will go ahead and start that process and get, go ahead and advertise, the numbers to rate increase. We can go ahead and do that.
We're going.
Well, my thought on that is I think that discussion will come during those public hearings. During the, should, we should advertise it as doing a loan, doing the rate increase forward, and the normal rate increase and the loan. So I would do.
Talking about the water project or the stormwater?
The water project.
I was getting ready to, bring up,
Jumping forward here.
I want to go ahead and make a motion that we accept the, town utility board meeting minutes from June 10th, 2024.
I would say.
Are we ready?
Don makes the motion to approve minutes from last month, the utility board. Second, all in favor? Opposed?
Question. He said for June 10th. What about July? Is that what he meant?
These are the ones I'm looking at right now. It says, town utility board meeting, 7:20 PM, 10 June of 2025.
So,
Send it out early, hope it's by the point, stuff like that.
So, July. My bad.
any town, or sorry, any public comments? Utility? The water should be having a meeting on that next Monday for pre-bid. Your what's on business at 10 o'clock? Well, we'll do like a. Essentially the contractors, if, yeah,
The ones that are interested.
yeah.
It's like ready to town meeting.
Oh, next Monday.
Next.
Yeah, next Monday at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just a chance for all the contractors that are interested to come in and kind of go over the scope of the project, get the packet, and we'll actually move later this month. We get some.
Public comment.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we, close the utility session of this meeting and go to the. Okay, that's good. Gotta just jump in there. You just gotta jump in there, Gary.
Well, Gary does have something important.
For the month of July, we produced 25,831,000. At 993,400 gallons. The minimum day is the 18th at 521,000 gallons. The daily average month was 883,390 gallons. Produced at the plant. I got the quote back from Ortman's for pulling and cleaning well number 3. This well, this is the one well we haven't done anything with, at least since I've started here. We kind of just use it as a backup well when we have the other wells out of service, because when we use that well, we find water quality a lot worse as far as the iron manganese. It's a higher content in that well for some reason. So we have to do a lot more stuff to try to prevent that. And we go from backwashing every other day to backwashing every day. The first price on here, that is for pulling and inspection it was still running with the valve. And the reason I want to have it pulled and inspected, then go past records. All the wells out there are about 120 feet deep. For some reason, unless it's a typo, and it could be, the well records on this well show the well pump set at 100 feet. And it should never be set that deep. The other ones are between 40 and 60. Because you don't want to be you want to be above the screen. That way, any sediment that gets pulled in is falling out before you pump it up. So if that well is truly set at 100 feet, then that could be our quality issue with that well. Flow test on it, and if we're still, minute, probably don't need to clean it. Maybe just verify the pump's still in good shape and everything. And that's the 3,400. If we end up cleaning it, it would be, I put the wrong price in my report here. It would be, of course, the 3,400 for that, for them to pull it and everything, added on to the cleaning itself with 568, which equals total $1,968. So I hadn't given us both prices because, like I said, we don't run a lot of water through that well. We ran it when the other wells have been down for cleaning. So, if they flow test it, we're only getting 700 gallons a minute due for a cleaning.
But all three wells are getting the water from the same well.
They should be. They, for all purposes and intents, they're all the same depth. They're all they're in a line. But for whatever reason, if number 3 with well number 2 or number 1, and we let it go before we backwash, the water we'll have a tint to it when it comes through the filters by the time we get in there that next day to backwash it. And that's why I think if it's set too deep, that could be some of our problem. So, but yeah, in theory, we should be able to run any of those combinations of wells, and you're going to have to make some adjustments, but not the way we do when we put 3 in. When we put 3 in, we have to raise the chlorine on the, and everything. So this isn't a have-to thing right now, but if we pull 3 and it's 100 foot down or 90 feet down, and we can raise it and get that water quality up, that gives us the advantage of, then we can else. So, we're away from it because when we are on that well, it's a big waste of water. You're talking, 120,000 to 140,000 gallons every single day versus every other day for backwashing. So
Last time that well was pulled and cleaned.
it's the newest well. I don't see, I can look again. I don't know that I've seen any records of that one. The other ones have been, but that one was drilled when they didn't have.
So it's been at least 12 years.
So, right. It's been there, so, but like I said, we haven't ran it a lot in the last 6 years because we just been kind of favoring those other 2 wells. They just, put out better quality. We don't fight as much, so. But if it's still producing 1,000 gallons a minute to 1,100, that's what it was producing when the frame hit. So that's why I said if it's still producing that, there may not be a need for the cleaning at this time. So, if that's the case, maybe we find out the depth, and if we can raise it, then maybe we can get in where's a better quality water coming out of it. Maybe then we can, if we're gonna spend that money, we can put it on.
Well, will you be there? Or are you going to try to be there for the day that they would pull that and everything?
Oh, yeah, when they come out,
Determination whether it needs to be clean, because I would assume there's no point in.
it's gonna look that way. it's gonna look bad when they pull them. It could have been in there for 3 months. This stuff collects on them, so when they initially pull it, it's got iron and manganese all over the piping and everything, so as far as just the bit of it, it's gonna look bad. But then, I can also, yeah, flow test will show us, and I can also, it's not much more since they're already gonna be there, I have them do a down case camera in, and then we can inspect the screen. So I wanna say that was like another $300 to $500 to do that. If the screen's open, you can actually see the rock formations on the outsides of it. When they've done that to wells like 1 and 2, we've been having flow issues with them. They go down in there, you can't see the screen because everything is built up on it. So,
Well, some reading. Actually, we'll pull the clean. Records indicate where they're at.
and I can, like I said, I can double check that, but so they just go ahead and do the whole 9 yards on it, or
I think we should. Not for. I'll make a motion that we, go ahead and have, Portman come out and pull the 3 well pump, clean it, and raise the height of.
I'm sure we're done with water with something before I skip something else. I'm in. That's one fall that. And I'll look right at the. Dawn, have you had a chance to look over? Down there. That's what kind of water fund.
I did not see it. Well, the only thing I do. But the previous. I'm going to make them, we accept the, town minutes from July 10th. 2025.
Second, all those in favor?